Things got a little bit more complicated. So these guys right here, these are baffles. So what we have to do is soak these in water to remove the film so we can start building the mini sump, if you will. And that's this guy right here. Everything that needs to be soaked in there and just let it rock for a little bit and then start peeling them off. There are no instructions for this. The instructions are only for the heater. So I had to go online and kind of take a look at what others were doing. So this is kind of the move here. We soaked this in water for a while, maybe about 3 minutes. That's all it took. Just peels right off. It's nasty. Okay, we finally got everything soaked up. It took a very long time, to be honest, but we took all that stuff off of the baffles. This is what we need to assemble everything. I think we're going to start with getting the sump all squared away. That's this guy right here. First, we're going to use this white filter pad. We're going to wedge it in between these two baffles, like so. And take the other baffle and put it on the other end. With those notches down, see the notches on the bottom? And then we're going to slide it into the grooves. There's a slot side. We're going to keep it on the other side of the slot side. So it should look like so. All right, next we're going to take this black filter here and we're going to cut a piece off of the end. Cut a little piece. Go ahead and roll it up like a mini burrito and just put it in the end. That's apparently called the biofilter, they're calling it. So what we're going to do is assemble the return pump. That's this guy. And this goes just right on top, this little crazy looking piece, like so. So there's your mini return pump. Before you start running this, you're going to want to, it says to give it a tap and then run it in soaking water just for a little bit to make sure there's no buildup. And then this piece goes next to the slots that are located here. So it should look like that. All right, so what we're going to do next is we have to get the heater inside of here. We probably should have done that before we added all this stuff in there. The heater is flexible, so that's really good. So we're going to make sure we put this around the edges and then stuff the filters back in. It's the best I can get it in there. I really don't think there's an easier way to do it. We'll get the filters back in there now. Next, what you're going to do is just take your two pads that you have. One of them we did cut and just place them next to the other filter. All right, it's a little cramped, but I think it works. We'll see if that restricts water flow at all, but I don't think so. Okay, now we're going to work on this guy here. We're going to be installing some baffles. Looks pretty easy and quick to do. So first, this guy goes in. All right, he goes on the corner over here, like so. Okay, next we're taking this one with the one slot. And he's going on the opposite side, but he's sliding all the way down to the ground. Okay. Like so. Can you see him in there? All right, next we're taking one of the big baffles. He's going baffle side first, all the way down as well on top of that slot we just installed, same side. So that is pretty much it. We got the sump all squared away. We got the baffles put in the top part. Now we just basically assemble it. There's a little tiny hole on the bottom here, and that's where the return pump goes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put that end where the return pump is and just let it sit on top. All right, cool. So there it is. Then the top part right here just rests right on top. And then the light goes right on top of that. And I think you can fire this thing up. Boom, look at that. A little bit more intensive than I thought it would be, but I'm actually pretty pumped about getting this thing filled up. What we're gonna do is make this a mini reef tank, probably with a lot of soft corals like mushrooms and such. It's gonna be my wife's tank, so super pumped about that. As always, please hit that subscribe button before you do leave. Really appreciate the support. And you can also follow me on Instagram @TankBro. Really appreciate you stopping in today. If you have any questions, comments, concern, please leave them down below. Until next time.